Some really positive messages coming through here. First and foremost, that of your time is here. Your time to win, your time to shine, your time to make all of your dreams come true. Everything that you've been trying to accomplish, it's here. There is some really big positive energy here. First and foremost, though, Spirit wants you to know that you have to make a choice. You cannot pursue both pathways. You're going to have to make a choice. And one of these choices is going to result in some big changes in the way that your life happens every single day. Like either where you go every day to your job or the way that you embark upon your day to day life. Perhaps the people that you spend a lot of time around. There's some big change here that comes through. But this starts off a brand new opportunity that has been something you've kind of been dreaming about, you've been hearing about, you've been getting signs about, you've been thinking about it, and it's finally going to present these opportunities with you. Now, I'm getting that there is no mistaking which direction you choose, that the way that it's supposed to work out is the way that it's going to work out. You can't like mess this up. You can't be like, oh, well, I chose this and then it didn't pan out. And everything's falling apart. No, this is, even if you did choose one direction and it didn't pan out, Spirit's telling me that it's going to happen the way it happens. It's going to pan out in the exact way that it's meant to. So if you do go in one direction and it falls apart, see what lesson are there for you. See what you're supposed to take from that opportunity. Maybe there's some networking that was supposed to take place that you didn't know. Either way, this is your season of winning. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Season of winning. I want you to accept and receive this message in the comments. This is your season of winning. You have new pathways opening up for you, new opportunities that are going to be, I'm hearing gold mine. It's a gold mine for you. This is exactly what you've been waiting for. I'm definitely feeling for some of you, there is some trip or some travel involved. Spirit wants you to know that everything will happen in accordance with plan. With that, you don't have anything to worry about. So if there's something that you're questioning, if you're worried about your passport arriving on time, if you're worried about whether or not you're going to remember to do something, everything works out just fine. Even if things were to go differently than you planned, they're still going to happen exactly the way they're meant to. So you can rest assured that you're going to have an amazing season coming forward, and everything is happening exactly the way it's meant to. This is your season of winning. Further confirmation from Spirit from that last message to just kind of send you in the direction, running full force into the ideas that you've been trying to breathe to life. Your opportunity for expression and sharing your creative ideas. I'm hearing a lot about creativity and how you've had these ideas. Creativity doesn't necessarily mean that you're creating art. Creativity can sometimes be an idea of how something functions, or a business, or how to go about things that might change someone's life. If it only changes one person's life, that's more than enough. You've done your service to humanity. But there is also the message here about trusting the divine timing. So while your ideas are percolating and you're kind of putting the pieces into place, you have to recognize too that you don't have to force, push, pull, drag your way into the finish line. Spirit is going to ensure that everything happens in the exact timing, in the exact order, the exact way that it's meant to occur. These birds are just screaming at me today. I think Spirit is trying to confirm that the timing, the divine timing, is the most critical message that we have to talk about right now. Trusting in the divine timing, what does that feel like? It feels like taking a deep breath and saying everything is great. Everything is fine right now. It's about being present in the moment right here and not thinking about the future. It's about knowing that what happens down the road and when it happens down the road is exactly when it was meant to happen. And you can't feel that way unless you accept where you're at right now. So while that might feel difficult and while there might be some things that you'd like to change, Spirit wants you to focus on the things that are absolutely perfect for you. What things have fallen into place for you that worked out? Think of some things that happened better than you ever expected, and think about the energy behind that and what that felt like when it occurred. Think about those little surprise endings, those twists in the script that went, it's amazing. I can't believe that happened. Those little coincidences, those little synchronicities that made you feel like there was a entity greater than yourself that was in control, and you could trust it, and you could relax, and you could feel good about the way that things were rolling out in front of you. You felt these nudges of inspiration. You felt really good about what's happening in your life. You have these desires to create something amazing. And so you're starting to put that into place, but you don't need to worry about how and when that takes place. Just trust the process. Communication coming through. And Spirit is asking us to put the guard down. This is, I'm hearing their best effort. And we know that for some people, making any effort is a huge challenge to communicate and to express themselves and to connect. But I'm hearing a period of communication and it's their best effort. They're doing the best that they can. So, Spirit wants you to sit back and let it happen. We're doing some listening instead of talking right now. You're giving them the opportunity and the space to get it all out. The more that you try to influence the direction of this conversation, the less effective it will be. The more you try to nudge and push and pull and make it happen in a certain way, the less effective it will be. In fact, it may cut it off completely. So, Spirit is asking you to relax with this communication, to rest in this communication. It is that you have focused on yourself and these other important endeavors that this communication has finally had the energy and momentum to break through your walls. So you can't put those walls right back up immediately. It's not gonna persist through that. It's the kind of communication that is gentle and quiet. I'm hearing whispers. I'm hearing you have to really open your ears and really, really listen carefully between the lines. I'm hearing they're going to struggle to say what they want to say. And you're almost going to have to assume, not that we should usually do that, but you almost have to assume that they're trying to say something deeper and that the time will come when they are able to say that. But for now, they're realizing that they have gone in the wrong direction, that they have made a mistake, that they messed things up. And they want to be able to open these lines of communication, but it's very tentative right now. They're very nervous about it. So they're very delicately kind of approaching the situation. And it's that knock on the door that's so quiet you can barely hear it. And if you weren't listening, you wouldn't have known anyone was at the door. But when you open the door, you're letting them know that you're willing. You're letting them know that you're here to listen. You're letting them know that your healing and your progression and the growth that you've experienced put you in a prime place to be able to listen. And you've maybe not been that great at that before. This is an opportunity to open up this communication, this pathway, and there's something that comes from this. Whether you let them in fully or not doesn't matter. The important thing is that you let that communication flow because that is the next step in your healing progression. Thank you for being a part of my healing journey. I am always grateful to be a part of yours. Many blessings to you.